Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the Etude House Proof 10 Eye Primer. I picked this one up because my Urban Decay Primer Potion was running out. I think I had this one for about 4 years and it is one of the little mini ones. Like, it is getting to the point where there is not that much product left in there, but I was surprised at how long it lasted, to be honest. It's pretty good. But everybody told me that the Etude House one was very comparable, so I decided to pick it up, and of course I will be doing a comparison between the two at the end of this post. And I'll be showing you how I do that like pink eyeshadow look that you pretty much see in most of my videos and always ask about too. So the product description says, Proof 10 Eye Primer supplies coverage to eyelids and around the eyes to enhance eyeshadow color and integrity for a longer lasting, perfect 10 look. The packaging of this primer is cute, but not functional. It's hard to store and very cumbersome because it doesn't stand up nicely since the wand is way longer than it needs to be. The primer itself is a pale beige colour that blends out to be translucent on my skin and has an interesting scent that I can't place. The scent doesn't bother me as of course this goes on my eyes, which isn't that close to my nose. I apply this primer straight onto my eyelids and blend it out using my fingers. It does have a slightly tacky finish, but it also feels very silicone-like. I don't find that it helps to conceal any redness or veins on my eyelids. I find that my shadows apply vibrantly over the top, though sometimes the stickiness does make it hard to blend seamlessly. Of course, I did want to compare the Etude House Proof 10 Eye Primer with my Urban Decay Primer Potion. I used the Etude House Primer on my left side and the Urban Decay on the right side. In real life, I can't see any difference because, of course, it's difficult to close both eyes completely at the same time and still see your eyelids, but in photos and video footage, I can see some differences. The Etude House side looks more vibrant, but not as well blended. The Urban Decay side is blended better, but the shades don't look as vibrant or as shimmery, which is odd considering I used 2 shimmer shades. So I have just finished all of my filming for the day. I did my blush swatches, which it is so bright by the window that you can't see. And I thought I would update you guys on the eyeshadow primers because it's a little bit easier if I just talk during these rather than doing a voiceover later. But here's what the shadows look like. So this eye is the Urban Decay Primer and this eye is the Etude House Primer. So far I can't really see very much of a difference. I feel like the Urban Decay is a little bit more blended and this one's kind of like, I don't know how to describe that, like especially around that part of my eye, it doesn't look quite as smooth anymore. But so far that is the only difference that I see. I am going to clean my house and take up my contact lenses for the next couple of hours, and then I'm going to go teach some kids, come back, and I will update you guys at around 6 to 6:30. It is 10 to 2 at the moment and I put the eyeshadow on at 10:30. So it is just after 6:30. Okay. And my eyeshadow has been on for 8 hours now. I honestly can't tell a difference between the two, but I'm going to give you guys a closer look because until I actually edit the video and the photos, it's really hard to compare the two because I can't close both of my eyes and still see. Like, I'm sure you guys understand, like, it's really difficult to like look at it halfway like this and be like, yeah, that looks okay, but you know, like it's not the same. So this is what everything looks like. This is the Urban Decay side and this is the Etude House side. And like I said, I actually can't see a difference between the two, but I'm not actually sure because I can't open my eyes. Like if I look at it like this, I can't see a difference between the two, but I don't know, I've got some massive eyelid creases and I've been wearing glasses, so that's what that is. But overall, I'm pretty impressed by the Etude House Primer. It's extremely cheap in comparison to the Urban Decay, and so far I feel like it does a good job. But now I'm going to go take all of this off and start editing, so we will see what the final result is now. After 8 hours, both sides are looking okay. Neither side has creased terribly or faded more than I would have expected, which is great. I bought this primer for $3.70 and for the price, I think it is a very good eye primer. There are some negatives that I have about it. I think that the packaging is kind of ridiculous. It's the same shape as the old teardrop liners, but it's really hard to store because the bottom is so small and it's so tall and that bit's fatter and it just doesn't work that well. You don't need such a long wand. It's an eyeshadow primer. All you're going to be doing is wiping it on your eyelids. I think that if they change the packaging, this would actually be a better product. I also find it a little bit sticky. It does have a really nice silicone feel, but maybe I need to use a little bit less of it because I find that it's almost too sticky for me to be blending eyeshadows on top of. I usually use a base color, so I use anything that looks like an ivory or a nude on top of my eyelids first, and then I blend my shadows over that, but I still find that it is a little bit stickier than the Urban Decay, which makes it harder to blend seamlessly. It may also be because I'm not that good at eyeshadow, but I personally felt like the Urban Decay side blended better than the Etude House side. I have been using this primer for the last 2 months and I have really been enjoying it. I think that the Urban Decay is better, but for the price difference, I think that the Etude House one is still a really, really good deal. And especially if you don't use eyeshadows that often like me, I think that this one is going to do the job just fine. Thank you guys so much for watching this review and I will see you next time. Bye!